Julie, how are you doing this week?
Yeah, I'm all right, I suppose. I think, well, I'm saying I'm all right. I don't know. I've just had a positive coronavirus test,
Wow.
actually.
I know you said you were going. Well, that's positive.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of like, oh, I'm faced with all the self-isolation and, the whole family's got to stay in now, which isn't great, but I don't feel too ill.
Hmm.
I don't feel as ill as I thought I would, imagining I had coronavirus before I got it. But yeah, it's just more annoyed. I'm more annoyed that I've got it now, that I've got to stay in, really.
So
You
it's more a
know,
feeling of annoyance than anything else.
yeah, like yeah, annoyed. I'm a bit irritated.
Irritated.
It's like something else, that I've now got
Yeah, with
to
all the other
deal with.
stuff going on. I know there's so much going on and you got this now. I know
Yeah.
you're saying you're worried about that. I don't know what I mean, so we got the session today. Do you want to go into that, or do you want to carry on with what you were talking about kind of last week about more about kind of some of the earlier stuff?
Yeah, no, I don't think I want to talk. No, I don't think I want to talk about coronavirus. To be honest, I'd rather just go up, carry on with
Yeah.
what we were already talking about. To be honest, because it's there. It's not. I know we talked about it last week, but it's not kind of. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I still feel annoyed. I'm angry about it. I'm just angry. I feel like I'm angry, and it's not going. It's not. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm calming down from that anger at all.
Can you say more? So with the anger, can you say more about that?
Yeah, I just can't stop thinking, and I know I'm doing this. I know I'm doing it, but I can't stop myself from doing it as well. I just keep thinking about like every little thing that my mum has said to me. All these different things are coming into my head that I didn't even know that I remembered, if that makes sense. So, like, I know I keep going back to the whole, job thing and what I wanted to do, but especially now that I'm a mum, I can't understand and I can't get past that she's like, why would you as a mum not encourage your child to do what they want to do and tell them that that's not really for them? I can't stop thinking about it. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more it's pissing me off. It's just pissing me. I feel pissed off. I'm
Mm.
like, why did you do that? And especially because I'm a mum now, and little things that she's said and done just keep popping into my head to the point where I'm feeling like angry. I'm feeling angry.
Yeah. What sort of things come into your head that she said to you?
Just like little times when she's like, I've said, oh, this, even silly things, like even things that you think, well, why are you getting angry about that? But even, oh, I'm really interested in going to, I don't know, I wanted to go and watch this thing. They did like this live thing at the Manchester Museum where it was all about forensics. So you had to kind of do this trail and you had to get this, and find out where this had gone and all these kind of things. And even that, and this wasn't even that long ago. And she was like, well, why do you want to do that?
Mm.
Why don't you go with the kids to somewhere, just go on like a normal family day out? And I'm like, do you know what I mean? That's like,
What were you feeling? So you're telling your mum that you're going to go to the Manchester Museum because it's something that I know you talked about being really into that,
yeah.
and she's saying to you kind of dismissive, and what's the feelings that come up for you?
Well, it's at the time when I think back now, at the time, I was like, oh right, oh yeah, okay. And I don't even know that I don't know that I thought that I had a feeling at the time. I just remember thinking, oh, okay, like a bit flat, like a bit like,
Mm.
oh. But then it's only now that I've started doing this and like looking at things where things are coming up. And then I got home and I thought, I'm really pissed off. Why did she totally disregard my idea to do something? And I know I could have said, I want to do that though. Why do we? And I know I could have said that, but in the moment, I just felt like a bit nothing, a bit flat. Like, oh, okay. And then angry when I got back.
So when you tell me about that pissed offness, tell me, you know, what does it feel like? Like, was it in your body? What is it?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you feel it? Like, is it something in your body? Is it like, do you have an image for it, or that pissed offness that you're feeling to your mum, or is it in words? Or
yeah, it is like, yeah, I don't think I've ever thought about how I feel it. Actually, I think I've just thought I'm pissed off. You know, the more it's like, the more I think about it and it goes around in my head, the more I feel pissed. Like, actually, I'm really pissed off, like a delayed reaction to that kind of nothingness, of a bit flatness. And then I feel pissed off. But what is the pissed off feeling?
what is the pissed off?
What
Like, is there something you'd want to say to you? Like, if you were going to talk to you know, if you're going to be really honest with your mum, what would you say? And you can swear as much as you want if there's swear words there. What would you say? What would you say if you were?
Do you know, it's really bizarre because I've not.
So I've gone a bit blurry. Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Okay. It's bizarre because I don't think I've ever really thought about it, what the pissed off feeling is and what I actually would say, because I don't think I've ever, well, I don't really think I've ever said anything as such back when this, you know, when these things have happened. But if I think right now in this moment of what I would say or where that pissed off feeling is, I would have said it was in my head, like, because I was just thinking about it a lot. But actually, it's in my stomach. It's like a twisty feeling, like a feeling, like right in my stomach. And I suppose when I'm thinking about it now, it's like I feel upset.
Do
Yeah.
you feel upset?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I do. It's upsetting. I feel like, why, like, I feel upset that she would just like not even think about what I wanted or what I want or what I'd like to do. And it's upsetting, I think. Like, and then when I have that upset feeling, it's like I go straight into my head and I start thinking, oh, and then I start thinking about it more in my head. But really, because I think, why, I can't understand why you'd upset me like that. Why you would let me feel upset, because I don't know.
Because you're my mother. Because why would you do that?
Yeah. Because why does what I feel why is that not important to you? You're my mum. Yeah.
You're my mum, but actually what I feel isn't important. So that upset, and again, you feel it in your body. Is it in your eyes, or where is that? Tell me about that.
It's in my stomach.
Stomach again.
It's in my stomach.
And it's a twisty feeling.
Yeah. It is. It's like a horrible twisty feeling. It's like imagine, I don't know, like a bowling ball just hitting the bottom of your stomach, of my stomach. That's what it feels like. Like it feels heavy. Like it's there. It's just landed there. But then, you know, and then the more I kind of think about it, the more I feel like I've felt that a lot.
I can really feel that as you're describing it, just on it really kind of landing. A bit like that flatness you were describing, like whoomp.
Yeah.
Like you kind of met your mum and you've had this excitement and you've had this idea and you're gonna, you know, like the museum, and she's like,
yeah,
and it's really taken something out of you.
yeah, yeah. And then I think it doesn't make it easier, because then if I tell my husband, which I have done, about that, he just doesn't get that at all. He thinks he's like, what, you know, what do you mean? You could, you know, it was just, she just said, why don't we do something else? But that's not what it is. That isn't what it is for me. It's it's upsetting, and it's not the first time she's done it. She's done it a lot.
You've done it a lot throughout your life, it sounds like you've described.
Yeah. And that's a horrible feel. Like when you just said that, then I just felt it again. It's like, yeah, throughout my life, that's what she's done a lot. And she's my mum.
She's your mum. She's your mum, but actually a lot throughout your life, she's really left you with this feeling of just being, what is it, flattened?
Yeah. Yeah, just flat, like, yeah, flat, and really like a heavy feeling inside me. And then when I think, like, my mum has done that to me, that's not a nice feeling to me.
Tell me about the feeling when you think your mum's done that to your mum. This person who's supposed to care for you has done that to you.
It's a horrible feeling. I don't, honestly, like, it's not, I don't, it's just it's a horrible feeling. I feel like I could, you know, I feel like I could absolutely cry my eyes out now saying that to you. Like, that's not nice for me to feel, and it's not nice for me to feel now. And it's not even like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to like sort it out.
Yeah. Maybe that's about you trying to do something with it, but actually maybe part of the challenge with us here is just to stay with it for a little bit. No, but it's horrible, isn't it? What happens if you breathe into it?
It feels like it's coming stronger. If I am not talking now, it's feeling like it would feel like it was be even stronger than if I wasn't talking about it, trying to somehow sort it out. Because
so can I just, Julie, can I just invite you to breathe into it? Just stay with it, whatever comes. It's that feeling of being flattened by your mum. So you just breathe into it.
It feels too much, Mick.
Is that?
It feels like I don't want to. I don't want to think. I don't want to think about it too much. It feels like. Yeah, it feels like it's overwhelming me a little bit.
There's something about really wanting to kind of get away from it, which I guess is what you described you've done, and you know that makes a lot of sense. And I guess there's a choice for us here for you here about whether you stay with it or let it go, and neither's right.
Because there's part of me that's thinking as well, like, I don't even feel like she means to do it. I don't even think she means it. It's not her intention, I don't think. But then, just because she doesn't mean it doesn't mean that I don't feel it.
It doesn't mean it doesn't really hurt.
Yeah.
There's something that really hurts about thinking that your mum was someone who really hurt you. It's the reality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe didn't mean to do that, but
my mum isn't supposed to do that to me. And I think I wouldn't do that to my children. I wouldn't say those things to my children. So why does she say those things to me?
Because it really hurts.
Yeah.
And do you feel that it's damaged you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do feel like it's damaged me. I really do, you know, and that's like, that's another thing, because I think, yeah, what have I not, what have I not, like, I don't know how much I feel like what I say matters, not just to my mum or, you know, to my husband, but I don't know, like, ever. I don't know if I don't know if I feel like what I say matters ever. And I don't, and then I feel like that's because of her.
Yeah. And that's a feeling you have, not just with your mum, but you've talked about feeling that in life a lot, about feeling like what you say doesn't matter to people and people don't listen to you. And you can kind of connect that to maybe your mum not really listening to you and responding to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And because when we're talking about that feeling now, I think I've felt that feeling a lot in my life, not just there with her, with my mum, but just in, you know, in general, just in your general life. I think I feel that feeling of like, yeah, not as bad, not as much, you know, with not as much, but I think, oh, you know, I just, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even have an opinion, you know. Sometimes I won't even. Sometimes I just like go with the flow of things a little bit. I don't even say anything because I think, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I feel like
what you're saying, Julie, is that feeling of that kind of flatness and that kind of sense of, you know, you're talking about a billiard bowling ball just going to go one thing down in your stomach. That's been there a lot in your life, and that's somehow connected, or, you know, maybe we need to explore how, but it's connected in some way to you feeling like you can't be heard and you can't say things and feeling silence. Whether it's because you're expecting to feel that feeling when you talk again.
yeah, and that's not fair for me to. I don't feel like that's fair. That I should have to feel like that, but I do feel like that.
Feel what?
I've got that feeling all the time, and I won't say anything just in case I get that feeling again. And that's not right. I know that's not right. I know it's not right, but
that if you speak out, that if you say things, that if you kind of say, put your opinion out there, that there's a risk that you're just going to end up not feeling heard by people and people not taking it seriously and
yeah,
kind of flattening it and
yeah,
that horrible feeling of just,
yeah. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And then it's like, what? Yeah, yeah. Like as if it's just totally dismissed.
yeah.
You know, like what I say isn't important, and I've got that feeling there that, oh, you know, oh, okay.
And what you're saying, Julie, is that it's a really horrible feeling. It's such a horrible feeling. It's really hard just to stay with that, and, you know, too, because it is really just such a horrible feeling of just being let down, letting down, something just kind of dropping. I'm really sorry. I can really feel, you know, that sense of something dropping. It's like you kind of got this energy and you're putting yourself and you've got ideas and things you wanted to do, and you put it out there, and then it's just not received. It's just, oh, you know, why do you want to do that? Let's do something else.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think, like, when you've just said then about getting ideas and things you want to do, I don't even honestly remember the last time I properly had like an idea, you know, like a real idea, you know, something that like was like important. I don't know even when I did last have an idea.
That's really, when you're saying that, you know, it felt really painful to hear that, actually. Really painful, that thing. I can't remember the last time when I've had an idea about something.
I know, because even I'm saying it now, it's like, I think, what the hell is that? Like, who doesn't even have ideas in their own life? I know, it's like, I understand that that's a ridiculous thing to say, but but yeah, it's true.
Is it true?
Yeah, it is, you know. I haven't properly had like a real idea, you know, that's like, I really feel it. You know, I have ideas about things like what to, you know, have for tea and things like that, but I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I feel like that, like I don't have that many things to say.
What's it like to feel that? Just to think about yourself like that?
It's like, I don't know, like, I just think, what am I doing then? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What am I doing in my life? Well,
Yeah. What am I even doing if I don't even have ideas about things? And then that's what I mean. Then I get like, I go from like that, and then I get angry, and I think, what am I even doing? What's the point? You know, what's the point in this? Like, and then I'll start thinking, oh, you know, it's because my mum's been like that. That's what I mean. That's where I'm coming from. And then, because to not even have ideas, or to not even have thoughts properly about my own self, is just feel like it's like, what a like what a waste. You know, what a waste for me and my life.
yeah, what a waste of you. And I imagine that's really painful to think about that.
It is, because I do feel like, you know, how much time, how many years have I done that and not even had an idea about my own form, like, for myself. You know, that's sad.
It's really sad. It's really sad. It's like you've been so constricted and pushed in and locked in, not even able to have ideas. And you become this person, or it feels like you become this person that doesn't have ideas, that doesn't say things that are important.
Yeah.
And you just become really shut down is a phrase that comes to mind.
Yeah, that's how I feel, and that's it, because I feel like I don't even know what my ideas would be, even if I wanted to have them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
how
It does. Yeah. You wouldn't know don't even know what those ideas could be or would be, because they've been so shut down. There's just,
yeah,
it's like there's nothing even coming out now because it's so
yeah,
scary.
yeah. Like, I don't even know what they'd be. And that's ridiculous. That's pathetic.
Does it feel pathetic?
Yeah,
You feel, and then you feel bad about that, do you? And then feel
yeah,
something
yeah.
that's pathetic.
I do. I feel like that is pathetic. Like, how does somebody not even know what they you know, what they want to do, or what they have to say about something? How does somebody not even know that? And then that's me.
That's you.
That's me. And I feel it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. It feels pathetic. It does.
Something you're embarrassed about. And you feel really bad about yourself for You kind of look at yourself and kind of, what is it, who is this person? Who is this
Yeah.
Julie? Doesn't have any ideas about anything anymore.
Yeah.
This person is nothing.
That's just like existing, you know, in with the kids and with the family, but I don't know anything else. I feel like I don't know anything else. I've not got anything else, like any connection to anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel guilty because I've got a family, and you know, I love my kids. I absolutely love my kids. Of course, I love my kids, but I don't know.
It's like you're lost in that, aren't you? You as
Yeah,
a person are lost. You love your kids, and you know, of course you do, but Julie has become lost.
yeah, yeah. I have become lost, and that's a horrible thing to think when it said, you know, when you kind of realize that. I think, oh my god,
Oh my God, I've become lost.
yeah. Like I don't want to be lost. I don't like the thought of being lost, even though I know that's what I am.
How does it feel being lost?
Like a bit numb, like I haven't got like I'm floating. I'm just looking outside now. I feel like, you know, like when a leaf falls off the tree and it just kind of goes down, it doesn't know where it's gonna land or what it's gonna do. That's what it feels like. Like I'm just floating around, but I'm not having a good time floating around. It's like a bit of a like a just a nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I want to feel something solid, you know, like underneath me, and I don't, and that upsets me because I've not got anything solid underneath me now. I mean, and then I feel guilty. I've got my family, like I said, but for me, I haven't got anything solid, and I don't even know where I'd even get it.
Yeah. I guess when you say you haven't got anything solid, you mean there's nothing solid about you. It feels like there's nothing solid about you. There's not even knowing, you don't know what you
Yeah,
want, you don't know what your views are on things. There's no kind of grounding for you. There's family and things around you, but
yeah,
Julie is lost like this kind of leaf you described as kind of blowing with the wind.
yeah,
That's a horrible feeling.
yeah. It is me. It is me that feels. Yeah, it is me that feels like that. Like I've got no grounded. Like I've got no anchor. I've not even got like a place. I feel like I've not even got a place to like start.
Start. Yeah. Don't even know where to start from.
No.
Scary? No,
Mm,
that's not the right word.
yeah. Yeah. Actually, I didn't. That wasn't the first thing I thought. But yeah, because I don't even know if I don't even know if I can get out of that. I don't know how to do it. So I feel
Yeah.
like, well, it's all right that I feel like, yeah, that's how I feel, but how do I not feel like this? And I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I can.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's, you know, so much of this is about what brought you to therapy, isn't it? That we've been talking about. And I think it's fantastic that you know, come here and it's a, you know, chance for us to explore this together. And I guess in a way to kind of go back right down to the core of those questions you're asking about who am I? What do I want?
Yeah.
And kind of reconnect with that. Because I mean, I really hear what you're saying about you feel like this leaf and blowing. But also, I guess, you know, if I think about my experience with June and some of the things that you talked about in our sessions together, I do also experience something very solid that, you know, I can really have a sense of a lot of touchstones there about, you know, some of the stuff you talked about what you really love and, you know, in terms of discovery and understanding and some of the ways, you know, like your relationships and you care for people.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and you're very, you know, that you're present. Says, you know, I do get a sense of something solid, but I guess it's about seeing what that is behind what other people have kind of maybe put on you, and also I guess what you've not been allowed to express, and kind of that anger in a way is kind of like pushing it away and saying kind of like, you know, I'm pissed off about this, and let me, you know, in a way you kind of need to connect with that, I guess, to be able to express something of who you actually are.
Yeah, yeah, and it's, and I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying that because of therapy, this is why I feel like I feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like I came here because I just felt like something wasn't right. Like I knew I wasn't feeling like something wasn't right. But the more I've like talked about it and thought about it, the more I think, oh my God, you know, there's all, like I really haven't thought about me in God, I don't even know how long. And that's why I feel like where's my like starting point? Where's my stand? Where is my thing that I can go, yeah. And then I'm like, how have I done that? How have I not, how have I let myself not even think about myself at all?
And how do you feel about that? Do you feel ashamed of that, of letting yourself go? You kind of, maybe not.
Like upset, like a bit upset. Again, a bit upset because I think, yeah, a bit upset. Like, oh, well, you know what? Why? I just, yeah, and a bit like other people have got families and they've not stopped thinking, you know, they're still doing their really good jobs and they're doing, you know, whatever they're doing. So I do blame myself a little bit for that as well.
Yeah. But I guess what you talked about, and then talking about, you know, this week and previously about your relationship with your mum, that there was, you know, the context in you grew up in was maybe not one that supported you to really, you know, supported you in your own path, really. There was things that you were really interested in and wanted to do and wanted to be.
Yeah.
And you were expressing that to your mum, you know, and putting it out there, and actually rather than that having that supported and heard and fostered and encouraged, actually what happened is, for whatever reasons, for whatever your mum's own reasons, it was pushed back at you in a way that meant that you became very wary, I guess, of putting stuff out about yourself or even thinking about yourself and who you were and what you needed. And that's kind of meant that you've become more lost to yourself.
Yeah. 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 Exactly that. Yeah. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't say, you know, what I wanted or what I liked even, or I did what I should, you know, I thought I have to do, not what I wanted to do. That's it.
Yeah. What's your sense, Julia, of what's true for you? What kind of person are you?
What kind of a person am I?
Who are you?
My God, that's a really hard question. That's a really hard question. What kind of a person am I?
Who are you? There's things, what could you say about yourself that's true? I'll start if you want.
Okay.
I'll say, you tell me if it's true or not. You love science.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
You sure?
100%.
Okay. You love working stuff out.
Yeah.
And you love science, that kind of exploration. You were talking about being at school and chemistry and just working stuff out.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure about that one?
Like totally. I absolutely love it. It's like it fascinates me.
Okay. So that's one thing we got.
Yeah.
friendships. I mean, you talked a few sessions ago about your friendships, and some of the friendships are important. Friendships give you pleasure.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah, they do. I have my good friend, like, I have a few really, really good friends who, like, yeah, I like that kind of time with them. I feel like they get me, they understand me, and I like my little friendship group. Not, I don't have loads and loads of friends. I just like the people that I really like. There's a few who I really like. So yeah, yeah,
And that's the kind of source of pleasure for you, that
yeah,
understand that friendship and understand it.
yeah. Just yeah, going out with them, going, doing things with them, and like talking about stuff. And we talk about stuff a lot. So
And that feels good.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then one of the things you talked about, like I remember a couple of weeks ago, you're talking about like being quite caring towards when your friends was going through a hard time. I mean, do you think, right, would it be fair to say you're quite a caring person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It feels weird saying this stuff about yourself. It's weird, like it's weird saying that. But yeah, I suppose, yeah, I am a caring person. I care about my friends.
It sounded it. I mean, the way you're describing it and the way you're talking about, things you're doing for your friends sounds like there was a
Yeah,
real.
I do care about my friends. And I care about my kids
Yeah.
and my husband, although, he annoys me, but I do care about him.
Do you? I mean, you care about him, but
Yeah.
maybe that's something it would be good to discuss. I mean, we talked a little bit about that, but I guess that's something maybe because it sounds like there's some more complex feelings there. And I guess what we're doing is thinking about what's true for you. You care about him, don't you? But like you say,
Yeah.
he annoys you.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And yeah, I do care about, of course I care about him, of course I do. But like, even he, I just think even he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And then that pisses me off because I'm like, why don't you get this? Why don't you see this?
It's important for you to be understood, isn't it? I mean, it's a good
Yeah,
feeling to be understood, and it feels bad. I guess it's something else true about you. It feels
yeah,
bad not being understood.
that's really true. That's really true. I don't feel like yeah, that is really true. It is important to be understood because I don't feel that have, I don't think I have been understood
Yeah.
that much. Like ever. I mean, talking about ever now. I don't really feel like I have been understood properly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's
Because you are.
because I've not said what I really want.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's been a kind of two-way thing, hasn't it? That maybe because that hasn't been listened to, it's been more difficult to say it. And then because it's been more difficult to say
Yeah.
it, people maybe have understood or got it a bit less.
Yes.
And it's important for you to be able to communicate something about who you are, what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I get essentially that part of our work is going to be really important. It's going to be about kind of getting more of a sense of who you are, what you want, what's important for you. And I guess about being able to communicate that and finding ways of kind of, rather than pushing it in, it's kind of being able to put that a bit more out in the world. And
Yeah. 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 I know. Yeah. I think that's true. Do you reckon that I can do that?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think you can because I think what you're describing is how it was shut down or why you shut it down because it like it makes absolute sense that you shut it down because when you put yourself out there, it was met with, I don't know, not understood, you know, it wasn't met with understanding or kind of responsiveness. It was just kind of shut down. And I think that that doesn't have to be the case. You know, it makes sense that you know, shut things down, but yeah, I think you can put stuff out there. I mean, that's not to say that it's not going to be challenging in some ways, or a risk, or that it's going to involve you kind of sometimes taking more of a risk with your mum or with your husband.
Yeah.
And they might not like it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because I think, God, if I said this to them, I don't even know what they do, you know. I don't know. Like I always go, you know, okay. And I'll just get on with whatever they're kind of doing or saying. I can't imagine that not being the case.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's the easiest, isn't it? I guess if they got a particular way of doing things and you're a bit more compliant, then the easiest way that happens time after time, and that you got used to that throughout your life, is just you being the one that backs down. But that leaves you sad, it leaves you angry, frustrated, unfulfilled. Unfulfilled, would that be fair to say?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Unfulfilled, and then like I don't know, like a lot like more this week. I've started thinking like I shouldn't have to feel like that. Like I shouldn't have to feel like that, should I?
Like what? That your life is unfulfilled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that I can't say what I want to say, or have an idea, or make a suggestion. I think I shouldn't have to feel like that.
No. No.
But then to not feel like that, it's like, oh, you know.
What's it's scary?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's
Because
the
then,
fear?
sorry, what did you say?
What's the fear?
Like that, I'll have to actually say no.
Yep.
This, or you know,
Yeah.
actually,
And that's scary.
yeah,
Scary
yeah,
saying it to your mum, scary saying it to your husband.
yeah. It is, because I've never said that to any, like, either of them. I don't think. So I think, oh, that's scary, you know. I don't know how they'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is scary. I totally understand that. But in a way, it is a choice, isn't it? You got a choice about whether you keep them happy, but to some extent stay, or to a great extent stay unfulfilled, or whether you put out more what you want to do. You know, we talked a bit about you, maybe about college, and you know, there's real opportunities there around college and doing some of the stuff you really like.
Yeah.
And they might not like that, but you know, it would be, sounds like it could be potentially a lot more fulfilling for you, and potentially they could change. You know, potentially they could change. They might not like it, but maybe that's not the end of the world.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, because it is a choice, really.
Keep on going like that. Like this is scary. I don't want to do this. I don't want to
It is. It's like that. Yeah, it is. It just feels like, oh my God, sometimes like that. That's hard. This is hard. This is not easy for me. This is not easy.
No.
For me.
No, it's not.
And it makes me. It's like, you know, will they think? What will they think? What will? But then, you know, yeah, I'm put. It's
It'd be lovely if you had a little button you could press and it would just make everything all right. And they go, yeah, that's fine. Well done. You go off and do that course. It'd be fantastic, wouldn't that?
Oh yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great. But it is scary. I do feel scared, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like this all the time either.
What is it? What is the most scary thing that could happen with your mum or your husband?
Well, they could be like, what the hell has happened to her? She's totally lost her mind. What's going on? And that they could, probably be talking to each other about it. And well, I don't really know. And I don't know. That they'll just think what's going on, and I'm not be the same person that I always, the same person that I always was, and I might not have the same relationship with them, either of them. If I say to my mum no, I don't know how she's going to react. She might then, do you know what I mean? There might be arguments and stuff like that.
Yeah, which you hate. I know you said you hate that.
Yeah.
You hate that. So the worst is that there could be arguments. They could think that things have changed. They could be thinking, what the hell's going on with Julie?
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
It's not like she used to be. And how bad would that really be? What would be the worst bit of it?
Actually, when I say it out loud, probably it doesn't even sound that bad when I say it out loud. Actually, it doesn't sound like horrendous that they might have these thoughts about me, but I don't know. I suppose I'm just getting carried away and thinking, oh, what if, I don't know, like he ends up leaving me, and or the whole family breaks down, and then it's all because I decided that.
I guess there's a question about what are realistic fears and what's maybe more, we talked a bit about catastrophizing, and what's maybe more not that realistic, actually very unlikely, or things that if it was going in that direction you could talk about.
Yeah.
I guess if something comes up for me is that you shouldn't, you're saying that you shouldn't feel like that. You shouldn't, doesn't feel right that the way that things work out okay is by you just stuffing everything into yourself and having to suppress everything yourself. That doesn't feel right. And I think, I agree with you in a way that putting yourself a bit more out there might jangle things up a bit, but doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah. No, I know that. Yeah, I know that. That's, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just aware we just got a couple of minutes before we need to finish.
Okay.
How's it felt talking today?
I don't know. I feel like I've been a bit all over the place. But yeah, no, it's felt good. It's felt good because I feel like when I say it, I don't know what sometimes I don't know what I'm even saying, but then because I feel like you get it. I don't know if you do, but I feel like you do.
I think there's quite a lot that I've understood that you've been saying.
Yeah.
Today it feels like quite profound stuff listening to it, just about you feeling that you've learned in your life to kind of shut down on yourself, and you kind of lost yourself because the reaction you've got is often from your mum, closest person, has been to kind of dismiss it, so you kind of learned to shut down, and that's had a real cost on you. And kind of going out and saying more of who you are and what you are is maybe there's anxieties there, but kind of it's also maybe worth it. What are you thinking?
Like, it feels like more, I don't know, I still feel scared, fear. I still feel fear, but it feels like there's a little tiny bit of me that thinks, it's okay, it's not that hard, even though I still feel the fear. So yeah,
that feel the fear and do it anyway, the saying.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Easier said than done, I guess.
True, very true.
But maybe what you're saying is that there is part of you that thinks, okay, I can feel scared, but maybe I can move forward. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's stuff that we can pick up next week.
Yeah.
What do you think about, I mean, I was thinking about, you know, maybe talking a bit more about your relationship with your husband. Does that I guess that's one, maybe have a think, and maybe that's something we can talk about, or there might be other stuff that comes up.
Yeah, it's that's another one. See, that's another. He is very, very. He just does what he does. Like, and he always has kind of done what he does. You know, he goes to work. He's got a good job. He goes to work. He does what he does. He kind of goes on in his own way. And I guess, I don't know, I've kind of always done what I've done. And it's just worked because that's just the way that we work. But I don't know. Recently, I feel like now I'm having this. This is an example. So I'm having this therapy now. He doesn't even know. I'm having this. He doesn't even know that I'm feeling like this. And then I think, how does my own husband not even know that I'm feeling like this?
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I don't feel like it's not like it used to be. Our relationship isn't like it used to be.
Yeah. Do you think it'd be worth coming back to this and talking about this, or?
Yeah, yeah, I think it would be. I think it probably would be something that I could talk to you about, actually. Yeah, because and just explain it how I feel about it. So then, yeah, I've just got it out there because I've not said this to any of my friends or anything like that.
It's hard stuff then, but maybe important, and maybe I just, and if you picked up a number of sessions, just things are complex.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I just feel like, that needs to have I do need to have a look at that. We're not like we used to be. We're not. I don't think we're as close.
Well, have a think about it, and if we can talk about that. If that feels. We do need to finish there for this week, though, Julie.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
I hope things go okay with the COVID, and
thank you.
Quickly.
Thanks. So do I.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay. Bye. Bye.